You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today.
You know, I don't understand how some riders, hate on 600s. The guys that ride the liter bikes and say, the 600s are slow, get a liter bike. You need a liter bike, out here on the streets. Listen here, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, man, that is utter bullshit, guys. As you guys know, I now own a 2012 Honda CBR1000rr. Yes, I own a liter bike, and I own a 2008 Honda CBR600rr. And I'm going to tell you this. The 600 is still awesome out here on the streets, man. But I'll tell you, the liter bike is great too. Both of them are fantastic bikes on the streets. Now, I'm just referring to this 600. I have not ridden any other 600 besides this one. But I will tell you, this 2008 Honda CBR600rr is absolutely fun, and it's very exciting to ride out here on the streets. Still, even after having ridden a new Fireblade. So don't listen to the haters out there say, don't get a 600, get a liter bike. You don't need a liter bike, guys. I'm telling you, if you guys don't have the extra money to acquire a nice 2012 or newer Fireblade like I have, certainly go for the older 2007, 2008 Honda CBR600rr. And I tell you, stick with this 07 or 08. I mean, you can't go with the 09, which they're just as great, the 2009 through 2012 Honda CBR600rr, but they reduced the power a bit on those, the top-end power due to emissions, and it also has that ugly engine cover on, which I don't care for, but it's not a big deal. They still look like fantastic bikes, don't get me wrong, but, most guys out there that know about these bikes will tell you that the 2007 and 2008 CBR600rr is the best year. And I'll tell you guys, me personally, I speak from experience after having ridden this bike for 2 years and now owning a Fireblade, that this bike is still awesome. You ever heard of that adage saying that it's more fun to ride a slow bike fast than it is to ride a fast bike slow? It's true, guys. Now, mind you, like I said, I truly love and adore my 2012 CBR1000rr. And I love that for a different reason, not for the power on that bike, but I love it for its handling. That bike handles so well, man. It handles like a 250. A lot of you guys don't believe me, man, but that bike seriously has beautiful handling, man. The flickability on that bike is, it's beautiful. I actually like riding that bike more on the twisties than I do this bike. And I love this bike on the twisties, don't get me wrong, but I love the Fireblade even more on the twisties. And that could be because of that upgraded suspension. They put that Pro Link adjustable suspension on the rear of that bike. And I tell you, the bike just grips really well, man. It grips those turns like just really awesome. It feels like you can stuff it into a corner and like, you just can stuff it in there with confidence. As where with this bike, it feels good through the twisties, but, I just feel just a tick more confident on that Fireblade. But I still feel good with this bike, don't get me wrong. But yeah, guys, the power on this bike is still fantastic for for street use. This bike is really too powerful for street use, to be honest with you. And the Fireblade, way more power than you need, man. But the power is so linear and smooth on the Fireblade that, it's nice. Actually, that Fireblade doesn't encourage me to speed, because everything, it's so smooth, it's fast, but you don't feel that hit of power like you do on this. I actually ride this bike to give me that power thrill more than the Fireblade. But I like the Fireblade's handling better. Go figure. You know, most of you guys probably think that, you know, the 600 is going to be better in the twisties and handle better and feel better than the Fireblade. But the opposite is true with me. I like the Fireblade better in the twisties, and I like this better on the straights and out here on these little backcountry roads and just crank the throttle and feel that hit of power. So both bikes are fantastic, both kind of different animals, but both very good bikes. The reliability on both bikes is fantastic. You know, when you buy Honda, you get the best reliability, the best build quality. I sound like a freaking salesperson for Honda, man. Believe me, I'm not getting a dime from Honda, man. I just love their bikes. I even love their lawnmower. I own their Honda lawnmower, guys, and that Honda lawnmower has been very reliable and does a beautiful job out on the lawn. But anyways, getting back to this lovely CBR600rr. It's I still love it, and don't listen to the bullshit, the people out there telling you that you need to skip the 600 or get a liter bike immediately because you don't know what you're missing. Guys, the 600 is all you need. It's beautiful out here. The main reason that I got the liter bike was not because I desired more power. It's because I wanted the experience, to speak from experience and not from my ass, you know. I wanted to truly be able to tell you whether you have to have a liter bike here on the streets or you don't. And I'm here to tell you with experience now that the 600 really is all you need. And you know, not only that, I also got the bike because I wanted to complete the CBR trilogy. You know, when I first started riding, they didn't have all the CBR300R and the CBR500R and the CBR650R. All they had when I first started riding several years ago, they had a CBR250R, CBR600rr, and a CBR1000rr. That's it. Just those three bikes in the CBR collection. So that's why I call it the CBR trilogy. And I have completed it by the purchase of the CBR1000rr. And I'm glad I did because I love that bike just like I love this bike. And guess what? I think I'm gonna keep this 600rr so I can have my little CBR collection, and when I want to hit the back roads on this bike, the country roads, and feel that hit of power, which they say you can feel the hit of power on the 1000rr too, but I have not hit up in the higher RPMs yet because I'm still breaking that bike in. But I don't want to, because that bike, you know, I don't want to be high in the high RPMs and because you'll be deep in the triple digits on the liter bike. I don't want that, guys, out here on the streets, man. This bike I like because when you crank it and you feel the hit of power, you're not going ridiculously fast in the felony zone. You know, as where the liter bike, it puts you in the felony zone, man. So that's what I tell you guys. The 600 is still awesome for the streets, you know, especially you put a pipe on it, it makes it sound like it's going faster than it is, and it gets you hype, and you'll have that enthusiasm like I have on this bike. That's why I'm always repping CBR600rr. But that's all I have for you guys. Just want to let you know, don't listen to the haters out there that hate on the 600s. These 600s are beautiful, man. They're awesome. And it's all you need out here on the streets. So until next time, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Deuces!
Before you do a video request, you might want to check out my website at CycleCruza.com and check out my video library and playlists. You may find the video that you're looking for. Just click on the My Videos tab. If you get a chance, like me at Facebook.com/CycleCruza1 for new updates and to browse my video library. Hey, I'm on Instagram now, so if you get a chance, follow me at Instagram.com/CycleCruza. Yeah! CycleCruza sport bike themed apparel at CycleCruza.com.
CycleCruza.com.
If you get a chance, check out my other channel, CycleCruza MotoVlogs, where I discuss anything and everything, not just motorcycle shit.